Morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Guardians of the Galaxy for live stream number 8 as we continue a journey with Peter Quill and the Guardians as they try and save the universe. Or the galaxy. One of them. Good morning. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's week is started off well. Today we are starting with Guardians of the Galaxy as we try and finish it. I think this is our 8th live stream now. I've got a feeling we're very close to the end, but because I go in as blind as possible, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. It's been a little while since we last streamed Guardians. We completed chapter 13 last time. That's as far as we got. I think there's 16 chapters, so we're getting there. And each chapter is completely different length, so it can range to how long it's going to take us to finish it. Thoroughly enjoying it, as always. Hope everyone had a good weekend, and I hope everyone's week will start well. Massive thank you to those that have looked at the channel schedule video. Something I was playing around with. I do try and put the schedule for the channel in Discord, but there was a few people saying they don't have Discord or don't use Discord, so I was trying to find a way of making it so everyone could see it better. So that's what I did. I made a mini video just for YouTube so everyone can see it. So thank you for the feedback on that. Much appreciated. Good morning, Dave. How are you? But yeah, it's something that I'm going to look to start doing every week. Post it live on a Sunday. Hopefully you guys are happy with that. Just let me know what you think. Yeah, it didn't take too much work. Obviously, the schedule can change if life gets in the way and life events take over, so we've got to be a bit wary of that. But other than that, it should stick to it, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right, that's the YouTube side done. Now just got to do our usual little bit of promoting and stuff, and then we're good. Not too bad. I'm okay. I'm still recovering a little bit from last week. My little boy was ill. Then I got it. He had 3 days off school last week because of it. I got it afterwards, while he was also ill, and that was rough. Broken back and being sick aren't a good combination because they don't work, as I found to my detriment. But yeah, I'm recovering. I'm doing alright. Still waiting on the insurance to sort themselves out, as usual. But other than that, so are you not back at work yet, Dave? Oh, right, bear me a second. My other half has unplugged my laptop and didn't tell me, so now it's just switched itself off because the battery's low. We'll get it back on. Technical difficulties are never good first thing in the morning. I had a really rough night as well, so I'm kind of all over the place this morning. Why is that doing that? What's that? Why will that not do what? There we go. I think I'm trying to fix the laptop considering it's now gone off. So I can't see chat at the minute. Bear with me. I can see chat. I can go on my phone and see it, can't I? Clever on me, eh? Technical difficulties first thing in the morning aren't fun. Yeah, he's got better. I'm just struggling a little bit with it. I'm okay. Oh, okay. You're lucky here from Wednesday. Ah. Well, hopefully Hockey Health goes well, Dave. Good morning, Irene. How are you? I know it's not morning where you are, but it is where I am. So I'm sticking to morning. So what do you think they're going to do on Wednesday, Dave? Will you be allowed to go back to work, do you think? Right, we're back up and running on the laptop. Cool. Right, I'm back up running there. It's not work. Technical difficulties first thing are not fun. I'm trying to stick with it. So I'm trying to tweet and I can't tweet and talk. It's one of those silly things I just can't do. It's really weird that I can't do it together. Okay, that's done. That's done. Tomorrow you've got school. The days are so weird, aren't they? I can't work out if. Well, so what day of the week is it for you, Irene? I'm kind of puzzled with how. I know you're obviously in a different time zone to us. It's your afternoon now, isn't it? But I kind of can't. I can't get into my head what day you're on compared to us because I think you're ahead because it's Monday morning for us. But yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on everyone's time zones, and everyone's in so different time zones. It's difficult to keep up. Hope so. I'm not sure they said last time they won't be back. It's not better, so not sure what they're going to do or say. Oh wow, Dave. Sorry to hear that. I'm hoping, like I say, fingers crossed they actually say it's all good. You can come back. I really hope so. It's I know how much you enjoy being at work, so it must be difficult. All I need, I just need sleep. It's just not happening at the minute. It's my biggest problem. I can go to sleep. I can't stay asleep, and it's causing a big issue. You got it? Band 3, nice. Well, hopefully it goes well, Dave. Band 3 will be good. Is that doing the same thing though, or around the same department? Right. Let's actually load in, shall we? So I can't remember where we're going to load into. It's been it's going to be a while since we last streamed this, mainly because of losing 3 days last week for different reasons. So before I press continue, because we do know when you load in, you might straight into a fight, so I've got to be a little bit wary. I think we're working our way through nowhere. No, nowhere come and helped us, didn't they? I'm trying to think where we're heading to. Irene, don't worry. Like I said, school comes first. That's the main thing. That is the most important thing, is school and your life at the end of the day. I just appreciate people dropping in and saying hello more than anything else, Irene. So no worries. Don't worry about it at all. Less running around. More paperwork though, Dave. Division B. Oh, okay, cool. So it's still the same kind of area, which is good. Hopefully you get it. Hopefully it goes well. You deserve it, Dave. You really do. Thank you for the like over. That was much appreciated. Alright, I'm just trying to get myself into a comfortable position. More hands-on. That's still good, though. I can't imagine you not being hands-on, Dave, to be honest. That's the thing. I think I'm currently waiting for my next specialist appointment. Currently, every appointment I have is bad news. And we're waiting for the next one. Every time, it's just another appointment and another more bad news. I'm kind of bored of it now. It's taking blood to stop your speed. Absolutely.
Or you take one little shot at a goose sack and right. Your boots deep in a death.
I'm trying to work out where we are. I think it's a journal. Journal's always good because you can actually track. Hellbender fluid. So we've gone after the. Oh yes, Lady Hellbender's here to help us. And we're looking for a warlock at this point. This evening, so early hours in the morning for you, Irene. I think at like 5 o'clock in the morning for you. That's the next Genshin Impact. Yeah, I can't see it, to be fair. Every time I see another specialist, they find out more things that are wrong and give me more bad news. So I can't see that changing anytime soon because still no one really knows the extent of what's wrong with the foot. So
He ditched the tracker. Yeah.
I don't think he'd do that if he found it. You know we're on our
can't
way.
stab people for a living. You can stab people for a living. Yeah, I know. Right.
Well, we ain't making that jump.
We are because we can
He
freeze.
does?
Peter Quill possesses the magical weapons.
There we go. Freeze the water. Then we can get across. Enemies.
Your safety inspectors, present your documents and we will judge their accuracy.
I said it wouldn't be long before we get fighting.
Safety inspection! Blam! You failed!
Guardians of the Galaxy is never long between a fight, is it?
Blam! You have failed your safety.
It's not Sunday. This is Monday for me, Irene.
Correct.
That's why I was asking what day of the week it is for you. For today, for us, is Monday. It's Monday morning. So this is back to normal now
What
for the
if
week.
Raker and his forces are perceived as martyrs?
Right.
By who?
Nothing to pick up by looks of them,
Any
just
church
double
member
checking.
has already accepted the promise.
Always
You
looking
may
for
have
stuff
a
to
point,
pick up.
though. Cults don't just go away. Thanos still has worshippers.
You know what to do, Quill.
We do indeed.
Yeah.
Still a big jump, considering.
Good question. Once we're staring down the ritual again, what do we do different?
I still think we're very, very close to
Relentless
finishing
and
this.
excessive violence.
Perfect answer. This old workbench
It
is
just
kind
feels
of
like that kind of
I
point.
do some of my best work with crusty tools.
Okay, we're going to have a look at the workbench. I'm pretty sure we've
All right,
finished
Rocket,
everything on the
let's prep
workbench
for the
now.
big game.
Let's do it smart. This may be the last chance we get.
No, this is Monday morning for me now. That's why we didn't stream last night. We don't generally stream on a Sunday. Unless we do an extra
All
stream
that
in the
effort
daytime if
and
my other
nothing
half
shiny to show
and
for
my
it.
little boy's out for the
Okay,
day.
I
Then
think I'm ready
sometimes
to
we'll
end
do a
this.
You and me
daytime
both.
stream, but doesn't happen very often. Oh, nice! Finally. So my insurance have just emailed me. I just spotted it come up,
Send some of her guards with
and
I wouldn't risk it. Remember, we shot some of their friends.
They shot at us too.
Exactly.
I can now. Well, it looks like now I'm actually going to be able to have a Christmas because the insurance have actually given me something to actually survive on. That's good news. Very good news. What's your talent? Dancing and singing.
Standing on end.
I don't
There's
really
way more
have a
power here
talent.
than there was at the Cortex.
If I was to say what my talent is, I would say my talent is numbers.
Bad energy.
I have a really
Mojo.
good head for numbers and algorithms and stats and things like that. I like numbers. I know it sounds really weird, but yeah, I've got a very good head for numbers. If we're talking talents, that would be my talent. What about you, Irene? We all know Cass's talent is dancing, as he keeps telling us. Right. Where's Groot? Why is he back here? He doesn't want to come with us for some reason. Why? What do we need to get through this door, don't we? I know, it's open. It's all good. This is going to be a big fight. There's Warlock. Adam Warlock is captured. That's who we're trying to save at this point.
Hey, look, they get the Adam Warlock channel all the way out here.
Speaking of Goldilocks, he should be right on the other side of that giant murder bot army.
You've got to be kidding.
I'm expecting the fights to get bigger and tougher as we get towards the end of this. I've just got that feeling. That is a lot of enemies to get through.
It's worth a shot.
Aggression by the Universal Church of Truth
cannot be tolerated.
Lethal force has been authorized.
Surrender will not be considered.
Holy Scott, they came back.
So the Nova Corps have come back to help. You convinced the World Mind to come back and fight the galaxy. So one of our decisions previously has made the Nova Corps come back.
Hold that thought. Adam Warlock's on this ship.
Incorrect. Adam Warlock perished.
In the Galactic War.
He's here, alive.
I can't see what that symbol is.
The Church abducted the Golden God. We intend to free him.
You said it yourself. Adam Warlock is the only one with the potential to stop this.
Very well. We will focus
On reducing support forces.
for now. Act with haste.
Guardians.
This is why I think we're coming towards the end.
A little bit of a roadblock.
Step forward
Story is kind of winding down, well, winding up, but getting to that point.
of the Nova Force.
I'm glad our decision earlier helped us. I'm assuming by trying to convince the World Mind there was more going on.
Clark, yeah.
I think they've just made our fight a lot easier. That's very handy, although it's still not over.
Holy crap! The World Mind is a powerful magician.
He came from outer space and died there too.
Wow, there's nothing. I'm just making sure there's nothing to pick up in here. There isn't. So down we go. Let's get this fighting in. Let's go.
No, we ain't friends with the fucking World Mind. Temporary allies. I haven't seen this many death bombs in one place since half.
To be fair, these are going down really easily. I think it's because obviously the World Mind helped.
Help, Drax!
Is the Warlock close now?
Yeah, the tracker says he's just up ahead.
So the World Mind has damaged these massively.
This thing.
We need to focus on taking it down.
What's next, Peter?
Okay. More enemies now incoming, I would have said. We obviously need to head for there, don't we?
Clearly beautiful.
So long, sucker!
No, they've all been killed. That fight was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
These machines are in direct violation of galactic law.
The World Mind is destroying them all.
Never piss off Nova Corps. Correction. Remind me to stop pissing off Nova Corps.
Okay, 3 doors. I think only one opened.
What is next, Peter Quill?
That fight was so much easier than I was expecting. There's still an enemy there. Hang on.
It's infuriating that the World Mind didn't
I've got to go and take out the last enemy. I can't not.
Themselves as far as I am concerned.
You have a PS4 game suggested for your son and you can play it called The Olympics. I've seen it, to be fair. I have
They will.
seen
As long as
it.
they can. It's on us to stop Magus.
I think they're all down. Right, I think we've taken everyone out currently. Doesn't mean it's over, but I think we have. Yeah, I have seen it. The problem here we have with being him playing on the PS4 is only his hands are a little bit too small for the control. He can't hold the controller very well. We have played on the Switch Sonic and Mario the Olympics, and he enjoys that. He loved watching the Olympics, to be fair. Right, what now?
There, Warlock.
There's Warlock.
Calling us right down to Gold Cheeks.
This stream might end early today. If we finish this and there's nothing else to do, we might actually finish really early. I'm hoping not. Okay. Are we floating? Do I control this?
Grand Unifier.
Everyone down.
Finally
Well, I'm not
come
controlling
confront
this.
the captive, castigate him for how far he's fallen.
Shut your mouth for once. Clear shot. Don't. We can't risk a fight from up here. You show up on the very
So that's
eve
Raker.
of our ascension. To what? Take everything from us once again?
Me? Tell me what I ever took.
My faith! And not just mine. You abandoned your flock. The very church you helped me build. You let us believe our God was dead, and with you, any hope of restoring those we lost.
I thought that
You promised me my son!
I promised only partnership. You sought subjugation. My mistakes were many, but your mania is not among them.
Enough! Enough of this!
I hate Minecraft with a passion. I don't know, that's a bit strong to be fair. I don't hate it. I'm not very... I don't like the 8-bit kind of stuff. I don't get it. When I was a kid, that was what the graphics were like. Now obviously we've moved on massively. I don't enjoy it, to be fair. So yeah, hate was a bit of a strong word, but I'm not a massive fan of 8-bit games. And he's seen bits of Minecraft and he's not interested at all, to be honest. He's not a massive gamer. He'll play bits and pieces, he'll play things together. He enjoys watching me fix cars and car mechanics, but he's not one for playing it himself. He'd rather watch. I've given him the chance to play before.
Not gonna happen. We're gonna shut it down together.
And he's just not into it at the minute. I think he'll get there, he's just a bit young. Right, we've freed Adam Warlock.
Okay, let's go, people.
Come! Time dwindles as we dawdle.
I could put him back up there.
Don't tempt me.
Rocket was happy to put him back up. Right, is there anything to pick up? I've got to check there's nothing to pick up anywhere. I can't not check everything. Nothing is showing up, to be honest. Rescue Drax.
Drax completely bought into the promise and we got him out.
We did.
Well,
I don't think there's anything to pick up in here.
Magus kept the Catathian killer captive, but with a sinister splinter. A seeping piece of itself.
Summer loves her games, doesn't she, to be fair?
You don't know my kid. She's strong.
Like Camaria.
Like Nebula.
Like my X7200 quantum disintegration.
Your fervent faith in your friend is infectious, but I fear you implore the impossible.
Sounds like gold, buddy.
It's good that she's into games though, Dave.
Impossible's kind of our specialty.
Definitely nothing wrong with being into games, is there? I think it's a good... Do you know what? The biggest thing of being into games is for children, I find, is it's very good for hand-eye coordination. One of those things that they will definitely use later in life.
Rejoice! You made it just in time for the miracle.
Sorry, Summer
Grand
is
Unifier.
Dave's daughter.
I trust you can hold them to bear witness.
Easily.
You played Diablo 3, wow. And she enjoyed that as well, did she? That's cool. I'm hoping Logan does, as time goes on, I'm hoping he does get more into it. At the minute, he's more of a watcher than a player. I think that will change. It just takes time. You lost your 4-win streak. I think the highest we had was like a 6 or a 7. But yeah, we haven't touched it in ages. Nice. I think that kind of thing is good for them because... Oh wow, Lady Hellbender's gone. In fact, the promise is taking everything. I will say the scenes in this are incredible.
My lady, push through your pain.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with these people that say gaming is bad for people. I think it's really good for people. I think it helps massively with the hand-eye coordination. It helps strategically as well, making the mind have to think strategically in some of the games. I think it's brilliant. I think it's a good way, good creativity as well.
I will skin you.
See if you can.
We need to get to Nikki.
Peter.
Trophy achieved into the fire. So that's chapter 14 finished. We're now at chapter 15. Broken promises.
Can you hear me? She needs your
Yeah,
help.
someone knows I stream. He actually watches some of the streams back on YouTube and stuff. There's certain games I won't let him watch. Like, I think Assassin's Creed's a bit much for him.
Focus
But
on
yeah,
my
he enjoys
voice.
watching the car mechanic stuff. Definitely helps with stress, exactly. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you there, Dave.
It isn't too late. You need to find me. You can still save her. You're almost there. Focus on me, Peter. Focus on my voice. You have to find me.
Oh, we've got to find Corel.
You can still save her. Peter! Over here.
Did I find her?
Dad!
Don't know if I found her or not.
Get up! We don't have much time. We need to get everything ready. Mom will be home soon. Come on, get up!
We've done this before. This is the birthday. So this exact scene was earlier on in the game. This was the birthday. That was really weird. And we've got to help Nikki see the truth again.
No wonder she wants.
Yeah, no worries, Dave. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for saying
so
hello.
happy.
Hopefully Wednesday goes well for you. And I hope we'll talk soon. Right. We've got to help Nikki see the truth.
Finally! I need your help. Mom will be home for lunch soon and I want everything to
Thank you
be
for the like, that was much appreciated.
Nikki.
for her birthday. That's today. Did you forget again?
Snap Rabbit, be cautious. I want to be cautious.
Okay. I know this is gonna sound weird.
I don't know how this is going to end up going.
So
I think
can
it was
you
a
help me
bit...
set everything up like we said
We
yesterday?
were quite cautious with Drax, to
I
be
just
fair.
need help with the holo projector, and then there's the cake and the present that we got her. I want everything to be perfect before she gets home.
Nikki.
I will say the story in this has been incredible so
None of
far.
this seems oddly familiar to you.
Oh no, I ordered it from the bakery planet.
Okay, that part was always weird.
No, I baked it. Okay, that just leaves the present and projector.
Okay, Nick. What if I told you none of this is real?
Obviously not. It's not focused right or something. Can you refocus it?
Hey, that's still pretty cool.
That's cool every time we see it, to be fair.
I was sure I messed part of it up.
Speaking of messed up...
Yeah. It's hollow, and the star system around it, and I think I got all the moons.
It's beautiful, Nikki.
Just
Right.
need Mom's present now. Let's
go and get the present.
in my room.
Like I said, we've done this before. This was a previous mission, but obviously this time we've got to try and make a snap out of what's going on. That was our toy,
You
wasn't
stay
it,
here.
last time?
I'll holler if I need you.
I love that he still talks to it. Like, where's the present? There.
Happy birthday, love, Nikki and Peter. What am I supposed to do?
Did you find it?
Yes!
Okay, put it with the others.
Yeah, no worries, Irene.
Great! The gift. Put it on the table.
Anything I say here actually matter?
We got it. On Nowhere. Remember that artist's alley we went to and the painting she really liked? Of Kree-Lara?
Maybe I
Answers
should
my
have been so cautious, maybe.
Any chance we can talk now?
I don't think so. How does it look?
Looks like you're knee-deep in this promise.
Thanks, Dad. I love you.
Oh boy.
Peter, open the door.
It's Mom. I'll make sure everything's perfect. You get the door.
Oh, am I ever glad to see you. It is crazy weird in there. Nikki's on a loop. Nothing I say matters. We need to find a way to get through to her.
Peter.
I know. We need a plan.
There's no we.
Okay, I get it. I have a lot of making up to do.
Peter.
If we're gonna do this...
I'm dead, Peter.
So at least she remembers what's going on. She knows what's
Yeah,
happening
but-
at least.
Not like dead. Right?
He's not really accepted the loss, has he?
I heard your voice. No, you brought me here. I'm seeing you here now.
Oh, wow.
You're seeing a ghost. Some part of me is inside the Soul Stone, but not in any way that's real.
We can figure it out. Maybe we can find a way.
You need to focus on her now. Help her accept that I'm not coming back.
That's what she said at the beginning, wasn't it? When this all started with the promise,
I wish you would have
her
told me.
big thing was Nikki has
Told
to
you what?
accept that she's gone.
You know? You
It's
me,
quite a sad scene, isn't
12
it?
years ago,
Oh, Peter.
I did the math.
Her promise isn't real.
Yeah, I know, but the rest of it is. Right? You and me on Mercury? I remember that night.
So do I. But she isn't your daughter.
Wow. Now that's a twist
She's
and a
not
half.
my daughter.
She's not Carell's daughter.
I don't understand.
She's a war orphan.
Which means she's not Star-Lord's daughter either.
On the shuttle home, the Kree Council was rounding
All
up
this
anyone
time.
who wasn't full-blooded enough.
We thought that she was Star-Lord's daughter. That is a twist.
Nikki was this tiny little thing. I couldn't let them kill her.
So I'm not a father.
No. Well, not her father.
Wow. Okay.
That doesn't mean she doesn't need you.
Yeah, so yeah, basically
She
Carell
has to
rescued
let
her from being killed
Tried. She won't
during the
listen.
big
She
war
has to.
many years ago.
Birthday
Or
to
12 years
presents.
ago.
Whatever it is, it's keeping her attached to some fake version of me, of us. Destroy the illusion and make her listen.
You know I'm not equipped to.
Yes, you are. You have to be.
Well, this wasn't the scene I was expecting first thing this morning.
I know.
So we need to destroy the illusion, basically. We need to make her snap out of the promise. Now, how do we do that? No, she's not. They got together during the Great War on Mercury, but that was it. They weren't ever properly together.
Where's Mom? That was her, right?
She's not coming.
Of course she's coming. I guess that was just Carlos telling us she's running late. Which means I still have time to get the music just right.
Destroy the lie.
Destroy the lie.
Please listen to me on this, Nikki.
Can we talk about this after Mom's birthday?
Your mom's not coming. None of this is real.
Quit kidding around. She'll be here any minute.
No, kiddo. She won't.
Stop trying to ruin it.
Okay.
Hey! What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Nick.
No!
So we destroyed the present.
Fix this.
We're going to destroy the cake.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop ruining this! Mom will still come.
It's not real, Nikki. None of this is real.
I
Is that
hate
enough?
you! You're not my dad! You're not my...
Yeah, kiddo. I know.
You ruined it. You ruined everything! Mom was gonna come in and... All I want is to see her.
Whatever walks through that door won't be your mom.
You don't know that.
Well, there's a lot I don't know. And How to keep my foot out of my mouth. How to not get arrested. How to console a 12-year-old whose very legitimate grief might just destroy the galaxy. But this... the promised Nick. I know I'll call him when I see one.
This
Right.
isn't about you.
Try and relate, acknowledge limits, explain her feelings.
Why are you even here?
We're going to try and relate.
I remember feeling
You have to pick so
cavernous-
I
quickly.
don't care how you felt.
Wow, that was brutally honest.
I've seen your promise. I've seen hundreds of thousands of promises. None of them help me.
I know. I just want you to know that I've been through some version of what you're going through.
Yay. I need her back. I don't care if it's not real. I need things to go back to how they were, even if it means making the same stupid cake for all stupid eternity. Just the thought that she might come back is better than admitting that she never will. And then it's all my fault.
So try and relate didn't really work. We can blame Rocket.
If I'd been quicker.
Ease her guilt.
You're not the reason she's gone, Nick. Don't
It's
put
it's
that on
not.
yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely not the one I expected.
If I had just
It's
The whole
not
game has
true.
been funny, jokes going everywhere,
That
constant ridicule of each other, and
You
this
release
is
it.
quite on point.
You're not the reason your mom was where she was. There's a lot of blame to go around, but there is no way you deserve any of it.
It could be her.
Trust Nikki. Only you can reject this lie. Pretend not to hear. Trust Nikki.
You can reject a lie, Nick.
We have a
All I can tell you
timer
is
for every
me.
decision. That's the problem. You have to pick so quickly.
I don't think it's her. I think it's a very
So
bad
we're
thing that
currently
wants to keep the
inside
entire galaxy.
Nikki's promise as we try and take her out of it.
You know your mom?
The others are outside already there, but we're in the promise,
It's not the galaxy eating type.
which is basically a dream state.
But it doesn't matter what I think because it's not my promise.
I should have blamed Rocket, shouldn't I? Always blame Rocket.
So let's just say that the creepy thing at the door is not my mom.
I can do that.
I still don't know how. How does anyone? Am I just supposed to smash cakes all day?
Sounds like good fun, that bit.
Breaking stuff is pretty cathartic. There's other ways.
What are you doing?
We obviously didn't destroy the
It's a
cake that
math
much then.
thing my mom taught me. The idea is that you light something to remember something. To pay tribute. I mean, it's not magic or anything. It doesn't bring anyone back, but you know, it's a gesture. A small thing in the face of a very bad thing. Sometimes that's all we have.
I keep thinking back to the elevator. She was angry at me.
So they're just in Nikki's head currently.
Not that angry.
That's where they are at the minute. They're just in her head.
Like,
Her promise is her dream world state, living a memory, essentially. We've been in our own one before. We've been in this one before. Been in Drax's as well.
you're not alone. Okay?
For all the times the game has been funny, full of laughter and ridicule, between all the Guardians, the emotion it can bring out in a simple scene is actually really good.
No, child! You must return!
Stay away from me!
Well, she's got some power now. She rejected the promise, but still has power. No, my son's at school. Yeah, no, he's at school, so he won't be watching. Right, Groot's protecting Nikki. I'm assuming Warlock's going to try and stop it.
Burn in the light, Shadow!
Hey, weirdo!
Okay, I take it we're going to destroy. We've got to kill Raker now.
Oh, crap.
We ain't getting through that.
We have to, or Golden Boy's toast. Focus on Raker's fan club.
You trusted her to chase Raker and say her assault left him weak. Oh, so because we trusted, Gamora to go after Raker previously, he's weakened than he would be normally. It's going to take 1 hour time, I think, is our best bet. I got hit. This is not going to be easy. This is going to be one tough fight, isn't it? I have got, oh, that hurt.
Don't shoot the truck! Get on the flat base, healing his buddies!
We've got to get these guys out. Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight.
What's the turn? Watch it! He's healing his buddies!
This has got my name on it!
Rocket needs to... Right, I need to unfreeze these people. Oh, guys. This is going to be incredibly difficult. Keep on freezing, everyone. Oh, they're all frozen again.
This bullet sponge needs to be seeing stars!
Yeah, I'm going to die, I'm pretty sure. First attempt. We're going to have to do it. So, it's 20 to 9 in the morning for us now. Right, we're going to do a team up. I don't think I've got a choice. This is difficult.
Like amateurs out there. Nothing's getting through.
It does feel suspiciously like an unproven warrior's first
Still
fight.
supposed to be in school.
And if it continues this way, it's gonna be our last.
I get that you're excited, but we've got to stay loose. We're pros. We've proven hundreds of times before. That one, I think.
Come on, guys. They're not the first ones to try us, and they won't be the last.
We have filled many graves.
Right? There's been 1,000 before them, and they all found out fast. Guardians don't break. Who's with me?
Victory is ours!
We got it correct. Team up is on.
Follow that, Drax!
Don't make them kill you.
Magus is unleashed! The galaxy will perish!
Let's hope Warlock can hang on a bit longer.
Not
Help it at him, big guy.
Been too long since I blew something up!
The sorcerer
Just gotta. This.
What's the opposite of heal? Let's do that to him.
Get on the flyer! He's healing his cave!
I'm going to try and stop him healing. And take it out as one at a time, I think, is the only real option.
There's your chance, Gamora! I will end you!
Have we got one down yet? Right, one is down. One is down.
He is also dead!
Unifier, please.
Didn't dodge it.
Shoot him in the face!
Not feast! Feed!
Right! That bloated freak's mixing up the rest!
Don't make them.
They keep healing each other.
There! He's boosting everyone but us!
Then put him in a body bag! Problem? Solution!
Their healer is tottering! End his life!
But yeah, at least we've got one bonus. Raker isn't going to be as difficult because we sent Gamora to go after him and we trusted her. So that is one benefit at least.
Our true enemy is ethereal! The hovering shaman is blessing his flock!
Yeah, the sooner that guy's down, the better.
Lock and load, Rocket!
Give Rocket his big weapons.
Contain! Corruption!
Come on, his knee down, his knee down. Right, I think it's just Raker left. But I can't go today. Yeah, no worries, Irene. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see you soon. That was tough. I think a team up was definitely the right thing to do. Team up did help. It does look like I've made some good decisions along the way. Because some of the things that have happened have worked out really well for us. Some of them haven't. Now we're taking on Raker himself. Well, he's weakened. That's the important thing, he is weak.
My great strength goes underutilized!
Right, there's always normally something you've got to do to get past that shield. I don't know what it is, but we've got to find a way to get past that shield. There we go, we are breaking the shield. So yeah, we've broken some of the shield.
I'm good. Let's get back to it.
That didn't really work, did it?
My faith protects me! Feel my wrath!
You've got him on the road!
So powerful!
Chop him, Gamora!
Right, shield is down. I'm doing everyone's best moves at him.
We'll be famous! We will require a publicity agent!
You cannot pierce!
Got a shield again. He wouldn't let me do a move on him, so I'm assuming he's meant to get his shield back.
Down upon you! Rush effects!
Right, let's do our big move. That did some damage.
The wizard is weak! My faith must not waver!
Raker's going down. Right, that's one lot of his health gone by the looks of things.
I'm ready. Find me an opening.
Gotta get his shield down again. We are damaging the shield. Oh, we took damage there. He's got to keep shooting, I think.
There we go. Use all of us.
I am
Bring to destroy!
I'm using everyone.
Rocket! Pull this off and we'll be famous! We will require a publicity agent! So, siphoning must cease!
Trying to use everyone's abilities all at the same time.
Just keep holding on, Warlock. We'll take care of Raker.
How? Why we keep the running along?
Gotta get his shield down again. Whoa, what's going on? It's gone dark. I've lost a lot of health there.
I am not accustomed to being told not to feast. I'll be your
Can't see where he is. Oh, there we go, I guessed. I need to use Groot to heal everyone, especially me.
Unleash me onto these fools!
Unleashing Drax.
Kill you.
Put on freeze everyone.
Like this one doesn't feel pain.
It's a big fight, it's definitely a big fight.
Hold up, Rocket!
Whoa, we got hit. That was a big hit. Managed to get out of there at least. I'm nearly dead. I'm so close to dying. I need Groot's special ability. No, I don't. What I need is my special ability. So I can't take damage. I need Groot to get his special ability to heal us.
Hey, Quill! Want to see some fireworks?
It used you.
Rocket! Blast him! Try to save you from yourself, Raker!
Right, we got him trapped at least.
How is he still standing?
Missed it.
All of us.
Here's undone! Don't think he's gonna surrender!
Managed to avoid that though. This is tough. Right, gotta get him down while his shield's recharging. We've got a huddle ready as well. Right, let's huddle. This is a really, really tough fight. I think we're doing okay. And this is a weakened Raker because we let Gamora go after him on her own. We trusted her. So this is a weak Raker. Imagine what it's like without doing that.
They are no match for these blades, Peter Quill.
Alright, don't get cocky just with another game. Giving up is not an option. I don't know.
Alright, listen. This isn't our first rodeo,
I may have got this wrong.
guys. Problem is, if we play it cocky, one little mistake is gonna bring us down. So let's get back out there, give this fight complete dedication, and make them scream. Who's with me?
Die, thief!
No, we got it correct.
Take him down.
Let me in!
Let's go.
Race your end, Guardians. This has got my name on it. Get the point?
Gamora! Run him through! Well! Danger close, Rocket!
His shield's nearly down.
Careful! Peter's blind. Watch his back.
Yeah, I can't see where he is.
It lied. It lied.
Right, there we go. We've got him stuck. Let's use. He's nearly down. So close to getting him down now.
No! Why we keep the Grand Unifier distracted?
Oh, I got hit. Oh, he's got his shield back now.
Feel my wrath!
Don't make them kill you.
The girl displayed tremendous strength!
Do you guys know if you can do that?
So,
Right, we've got him trapped again.
cease!
Been too long since I blew something up.
Right, Gamora has done a lot of damage there. Right, his shield's down. It's basically use everyone's abilities constantly at him.
Groot made sure the kid was fine.
My faith!
Didn't quite get him down before the shield. Come back online. Gone dark again. Hate when it goes dark. I can't see where he's coming from.
If you choose to be blind, so be it. The evil eye has blinded Peter Quill.
Grand Unifier, please.
Nick is still trying to plead with him.
This may be a problem. Thanks, Peter.
Protects me. Resume full force.
What's that?
My great strength goes underutilized.
Let's say this is a weakened Raker. This isn't even a really strong Raker.
When possible, circumvent electrical hazards. Fast, not beast.
Yeah, the fact this isn't even a difficult Raker. Come on, we're getting close.
Let us finish this.
There we go. Trophy achieved, Faithless.
No. No. Please, not when we're so close.
We have finally beaten Raker. And looks like we've freed Nikki, but she's retained some power. Judging by her hair.
Please.
It lied to you. To both of us. Look at it. Really look.
So I can't imagine what that fight is. We weakened Raker because we let Gamora go and we trusted her to do it.
Did you?
Imagine a Raker not weakened, because that was tough. We came so close to losing at one point as well. Has Warlock done it?
Behold before you, your benevolent guardian of the galaxy.
It is done!
Okay, okay, we'll give you this one. Shall we? Our adoring masses await.
Well, we survived.
So, we actually won?
Fucking right we did.
Not like the heroes you are.
Count me in. Next time, I promise I won't almost destroy it first.
No more promises from you.
We're in this moment, people. Let's make sure we bask in it. There you are, you old dog.
Nice
We
close,
have
mate.
multiple dog report items to discuss.
Case is closed. No need. Guardian of Galaxies. Live up to name.
They had some help.
Oh gosh! Who are all these little guys?
If Guardian are looking for more work, Cosmo always chasing problems.
I think what we need right now is a nice walk.
All they need is a nice walk. Well, it looks like they finally got the recognition they're after.
Well fought, Destroyer. And your delicate friends.
The lady deems me delicate?
And who is this precious little candy in his golden wrapper?
Ew. Gross.
Lady Hellbender, we regret the death of so many great beasts, but we honor their sacrifice.
They died protecting their pack. There is honor in that.
Will you return to Seknarf 9?
We must first build a worthy home for Foom, or he will devour every creature on my world.
If he gets loose again, give us a call, and we can discuss rates.
It's like just saying thank you to everyone, isn't it? Who's next to say thank you?
As we calculated, the Golden God
proved key to dismantling
the Universal Church of Truth.
A sound summation.
How about a little credit for not letting you make the worst decision of your collective lives?
Twice.
Twice.
Your additional
data analysis did adjust
certain computational.
Ow. You can just feel the world butt clenching.
So that's the world mind. I don't know who's left.
You made it! I was pretty sure you would.
What, wild beast? What foul fluid! Foolish, fickle creature!
Behold, one of the other Guardians of the Galaxy.
What did he say?
Yeah, that'll show you to your room. Except we don't got a spare room, you big lug. What? No. Flark, no. Hey, Groot, you give her yours. I got a lot of important scud in mind.
I'm glad it's this ending, and not the really sad one.
How many sad endings were there?
Ugh, a lot.
Oh.
Please proceed.
You go ahead.
No need. I insist.
No, I insist.
Please proceed. This pointless pageant of politeness plagues our progress.
Which is why you should go first.
There's still that rivalry, isn't there?
I will voyage through the vexing vestibule.
Guardians of the Galaxy card. So I've got a feeling we have finished it. I didn't realise the string would be so short, to be honest.
I don't know. Sky's the limit, I guess.
Clearly it is not.
We could rob a bank.
We are broke.
Whoa! I am not robbing a bank. That's illegal.
And super fun.
You are corrupting the child.
Relax, Drax. It's a suggestion. A potentially really lucrative suggestion. You okay there, Gold Bond?
It is irritating indigestion. Nothing of note.
Okay. Well, there's a bathroom in the back if you need it.
So, Mantis, now that the universe is safe again, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I guess I'll go back to Lamentis. Although, I hear Earth is really nice this time of year. Ooh, maybe I'll go check out Contraxia. You can gamble there.
Shouldn't we give Contraxia a bit of time to, you know, unpromise?
Either way, it is no place for a child.
Seriously, man. Oh, you don't look so good.
Where's the first aid kit? I have basic field training.
We do not own a first aid kit.
What are you talking about? We have a first aid kit.
Engine tape doesn't count.
You probably just need some ginger ale.
Trophy achieved. Broken promises.
Don't worry about little old me.
I don't think it's over. No, it's not over. I thought it was. Credits rolling and everything. I thought finished, but no.
Eternal!
What is even? Whoa!
Clark?
Chapter 16, Magus. Credits are rolling. You think it's done. It's the second time we've seen the credits. Second time it's not been the end.
Magus.
Yeah, this is the one where Golden God Guy is consumed by the bad thing and tries to destroy the galaxy. And probably succeeds.
Why does it feel like bug girls inside my head?
I'm inside all of your heads. This way, Magus can overhear your super amazing plan.
Which is?
Oh, no. It's better if it comes from you.
Him. Me. Destiny makes three.
And we're all gonna die.
My final form. The new norm.
Stone. When that thing attacked my mom and me, it was terrified of the stone.
Yes, I too have sensed its fear of the stone.
Oh, yes! The ancient stone!
One of the six.
It's the only thing strong enough to contain the all-powerful soul of Magus!
Okay, so we just gotta get him closer and then throw a magic rock at him?
Exactly.
Tiny, whiny, vexing specks. Woohoo! What are you all up to?
Mantis, how do we lure in the big bad?
It's time to kneel before the new
By
ID.
doing what you do best, Guardians.
Nah, not being friendly. I think she means aggravating.
If anyone could piss off a god.
It is us.
Do it! Kneel and revere your god.
I'm guessing we're going to be fighting. Slow clap.
Who better?
We're not kneeling. Let's slow clap.
Bravo! Bravo!
You're applauding him.
I'm clapping ironically.
Does he know it's ironic?
Yes! Applaud your god.
Nope.
You grant nothing but lies and false promises.
And you're the worst!
Then why are you clapping?
We're mocking you, idiot!
What? I said kneel!
Are you kidding me?
Now we're going to fight that by the looks of things. This has suddenly changed massively. We've got to defeat Magus.
Everyone, stay close!
Hello, the High Hole Man. Yeah, this is the second time I've had the credits roll, and the second time it's not really been the end.
Told you I got this.
Okay, that was amazing.
Well, I think we're very close to the end.
So far, so good, Guardians. You're not out of the woods yet.
I can conjure armies at will.
Watch out for the mini Maguses! Heads up! More of those little freaks!
Most acceptable. Let the squashing begin. We have incoming bugs to
But yeah,
crush.
it's the fights have been getting tougher and tougher recently.
It's not a cave, Peter! It's a worm! Kill it!
Killed one of the weird brain worms!
Definitely, I've died. We've been revived by Groot, luckily. Every fight has been getting harder and harder as the game's gone on, and this one is no different. Right, we'll have to start using Guardian's abilities, I think. Should have probably been doing it sooner.
So I guess this is what we get for celebrating early!
More bugs. Better get squishing.
I think we just got to kill everything. I think it's a case of just fight everything you simply can. Boom show achieved. I'm not sure what that was, but we have a trophy achieved. Bugs everywhere. Trying to shoot everything.
Peter's gonna have to annoy him some more, provoke him every chance he gets. Careful!
Right, what are we meant to be taking off? The shooting him doesn't do anything. There we go. Another one down. And it suddenly got very hectic. Yeah, I think we're right at the end. But the fights as we've gone on have got harder and harder. Even as we've gained new abilities and got better abilities.
Still too far away. Seems like he's hanging back on purpose.
What are you waiting for, Quill? Say something to throw him off.
Yes, infuriate him with your carelessly.
You missed a really
Beleaguered brats
badger him appeal to Warlock. Let's badger him.
on nothing because nothing.
We had a scene earlier where it was quite emotional. It was, of all the humour that's in the game, there was one bit that was very emotional and it kind of fitted really well.
You begin to annoy me.
It's what we do!
Combat, format, diplomat.
That doesn't even make sense.
We don't make sense? Ever since we met you, you've been nothing but a giant pile of word vomit. And now you gotta rhyme everything too?
Consequential ingrates.
Okay, pretty sure we derailed him.
He just hopped off. Right, we need to run to nick his shield before we get killed by him throwing a planet at us. We're in. It's weird though, isn't it? How are you finding Battlefield though? Are you still enjoying it?
Okay, I definitely think we're getting to him. We just gotta hold out a little longer.
Bye-bye. Time to die.
Right, obviously we can't shoot him. So these guys, we have to take out all these again, as long as that takes. And then we can hopefully annoy him a bit more and it will come to our level. I think that's the plan. Yeah, so we just got to take out as many bad guys as we can, and then once they're all done, I think we then go to another scene, I would assume.
I'm sorry. Don't apologize.
Rocky uses his big gun, that tends to work really well.
Just keep doing it for Drax!
Just trying to keep using the abilities. I don't think we need a huddle yet. Let's use Rocket Raccoon, try and draw the enemies together. Use our big move. That would work brilliantly. I don't know how many we took out in one there, but that worked perfectly. So many enemies.
Medium, sure.
Think like a tree.
Got to keep an eye on health. There's a few times I've kind of not kept an eye on health, and that's failed us.
Rocket! Fireworks! Definitely!
Oh, I'm dead. No, we're revived by Groot. My fault, I went too close for a close-up attack and I probably shouldn't have done. Distance is probably our friend. Well, how many we got left? Just got to keep shooting, I suppose, until there's no more. There we go, that's the last one. Seems to be having a habit, I sure want to like.
Everyone will fall before me. The entire galaxy will
I had a video idea of sniping videos of a different portal remaster. That's quite cool though.
Reel 'em in, Quill. Only way to
Yeah, getting the footage will be a pain, but actually that sounds like a really cool idea. I like the idea of that. Provoke the Magus.
Submit! Time to get
Always
rid of
provoke.
your oversized skull. We don't give in to anyone. I mean, seriously, have you met us?
That's right. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
We have business cards.
But yeah, I can imagine that being a pain.
Die, then submit to you.
Oh, the game mechanics are so... They're at the start. They seem quite easy, but then to try and integrate everyone's skills together to actually work in unison takes a bit of getting used to. But I completely understand why we only control Star-Lord, because that makes sense.
The stone. You must use the stone.
Well, use the stone. Go. Nikki's got the stone. I don't know if we're going to have to press a button, that's why I'm being ready just in case. Rocket's going to hit it. Nice little Groot. To Gamora. There we go, Gamora. Peter Quill! To Drax. That's the thing. Anyone who touches the stone, that's the problem. We have seen in the movies, Quill can hold it, but there we go. We've got the stone. But yeah, the game has just got better and better all the way through. Yeah, I can't criticise it. Story keeps you going. Battles get harder. Even as you get better, battles get harder. Right, I've got to keep pressing triangle currently to try and capture the beast into the soul stone. Have we done it? Have we done enough? But also how you make decisions. So at the time when you make decisions, you have no clue how that's going to play out. Trophy achieved the Magus. So yeah, you've got no clue how your trophy achieved poetry critic. You have no clue how your decisions play out. But yeah, as the game goes on, it becomes quite obvious how your choices have come out.
Right, Mantis?
Good and bad. We made good choices, we made some bad ones.
The important thing is that
but it changed the story as a whole.
You all did.
It's not as linear as it first seemed
This was
in
not
that
his
regard.
sacrifice to make.
Star-Lord can't be dead. I was going to say, in that big fight, Groot healed us twice, so... But it's the Soul Stone that's taken it out of him.
Oh. Did we get paid?
Not yet, bud.
Does this mean it's over? Like over?
The Magus is contained for now. The most insatiable entity in the galaxy is once again a prisoner of the Soul Stone. All that is left is determining what to do with it.
Destroy it.
Those are both terrible ideas.
Sell it and destroy it, eh?
He says we should combine both ideas.
Stone is neither bomb nor bauble, and not yours to bear.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He just tried to kill us and eat the galaxy.
You cannot contain this
Sell it, I know.
force.
It contains
I created it.
one of the worst creatures in the galaxy. We'll just sell it. Profit comes
Mantis.
first. Anyone can have it.
The chances of the galaxy being consumed again if we keep the stone?
Very high.
And if we give it to Goldilocks?
Not as high.
She's still not sure though, is she?
That perhaps the pull of its power would one day split my lone soul asunder. But I am not alone.
Just to be sure, the chances of the bad galaxy thing happening if we sell the stone?
Astronomically high.
Even Drax
Best way
knows
to make sure the
the
Magus
worst this
doesn't
is.
get out again.
Oh, he's brilliant, and in this he
Make
is
sure
so
to get
comical. Him and Drax and Star-Lord just kind of bounce off each other when it comes to humour.
You know, the second you feel any indigestion,
I shall call upon your crew, motley though you may be. I fear we've fallen friends.
We've made friends of Adam Warlock.
And I
Yeah, oh
accord my
yeah,
atonement
absolutely.
for the trying to kill you and eat the
He
galaxy.
loves a good body part, doesn't he?
A momentary misstep.
yeah, well, sorry for all the mean stuff we said about you.
If the mark of a man is to be bridled, none other than he himself must be mandated to toil as...
Does he seriously always talk like this?
I mean only to say... we're good.
It's just that
That would be funny.
I'm not the one you gotta convince.
Yeah. And the eye.
Oh,
You know, he said
certainly
he'd get the eye, and he eventually
Certainly,
did get the eye.
yes.
Well... Disgusting.
Okay, now I'm convinced.
So I think we've finally finished it. I think that is the true ending. So the llama we got quite early on in the game, we rescued it. One of the decisions quite early on was whether to tell the Nova Corps about it, or to give them some illegal tech where we hid the llama. The consequence of hiding the llama meant it ate some of the ship walls, which meant later on, when the ship was overrun with Drax being in his promise and trying to kill everyone, we could escape. We didn't know any of this till it happened. So the llama's just one of those things we picked up along the way, a little stowaway. To be fair, it was a really good game. This is of eight streams, a 7. We're looking at about, I'd say about 20 something hours to have completed it. I'm not sure what we need for the platinum. I don't think we'll do it on stream because I think we'll have to keep going back and replaying certain missions. What trophies are we missing? Interrupt the Slake Beast with Drax's call to action. No idea what that is. Dismember an Inquisitor with Drax's call to action. Defeat 15 staggered enemies with a charge shot. Defeat 20 enemies with Stardust Eye of the Hurricane. Find all the collectibles. Find the cripple outfits. Find 65% of all Galactic Compendium entries. So even though I searched every area, I took my time making sure we didn't miss anything. We still didn't get all the collectibles. We haven't achieved all the compendium entries as well. Now, there is an issue with collectibles that I'm aware of already, and I'm hoping it'll be patched later on. If you go back and replace different chapters, the collectibles don't count. So, it's probably not worth the risk. I would love to platinum it, but I just think at the minute, it's going to be one of those, probably a little bit of a pain to do so. I don't know, it's something I may do off stream and record it that way maybe. I'm hoping so. I think a DLC would work extremely well. And I know that there was massive criticism for just playing as Star-Lord, but actually, having finished it, I feel that was the right decision. I think it worked extremely well only having him as the playable character. But the camaraderie between everyone is fantastic. Cutscenes were really well done as well. We had some little glitches. We had a couple of audio glitches. Yeah, I think it will go well with additional content, wouldn't it? I think, you know, there's so much more you can do in the universe is so big when it comes to Marvel. You could add loads of things and it would still make sense. So yeah, I think they could add. I don't know if there is any talk of DLC, but they could definitely add it. No, exactly. They can move on. It's not a finite ending, is it? It ends as it started, really, with your team on your ship. It's a shame we lost the music ability because it got the update they did the other week made it a permanent streaming mode on, even if we're not streaming.
Fine, really. I can sleep on the couch.
The couch is filthy. I've seen the rodent relieve himself on it.
She could sleep in Gamora's room.
Since when?
Oh, come on. You're a girl, she's a girl. You can play dolls together.
There are so many things wrong with
Not
that.
quite over.
Well, she ain't getting my room. End of discussion.
So we've got Genshin Impact on the go. We've got Assassin's Creed. We're trying to plan every Assassin's Creed game in the franchise, so there's still lots of those to do. Whether we'll have another third game on the go, I'm not sure. I haven't really made that decision yet, to be honest.
12-year-old team.
We've got loads of PlayStation Plus games to play
may not need you to
that we've been meaning to go on to. Spider-Man. A lot of people wanted us to do Spider-Man recently.
Did just save the galaxy.
So it was something I was considering. It's whether we still want to have 3 games on the go or not.
Embracing this new role is definitely probably going to be just
You can handle raising a kid. You can't take care of a kid. We'll go with it.
Fine. Come on. I mean, if you can handle
As he
Raker
talks
and the
to himself
Magus,
in the
pretty
mirror.
sure you can handle a 12-year-old girl. Yeah. Yeah. A little guidance here, some homework there, throw in a few vegetables. Where the flark are you gonna get vegetables?
Hate vegetables. Groot can grow stuff. Groot.
I guess Groot could make vegetables. Yes, that seems like a reasonable thing to ask him. And if everyone's willing to make just a few reasonable sacrifices here and there, I mean, you know what they're like. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely, wow,
They should not be trusted with children. I'm going for that one.
they are not fit to be around children. Drax is a convicted mass murderer. Rocket is volatile and mean on a good day. Gamora's only parental model is Thanos, and Groot can only say 3 words. And you know what? Nikki's a part of that now. She's one of the family. And family means sticking together no matter what. Even if you gotta wing it every step of the way. My man.
Peter Quill! Peter Quill, we have decided the child will take your room.
So, trophy achieved, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's finished Guardians of the Galaxy. That trophy was.
Okay, we'll talk. How are we on those coordinates?
All ready. Just give the word.
Where are we going again?
To buy more business cards.
Oh, we can all skip this. We can hold fast forward and we can hold skip. So just like the Marvel films, a little cutscene during the credits. I don't think there's anything we miss out on if we don't watch this, so we'll skip. Finally feeling unity within the Guardian, Storlord has become obsessed with refocused branding. He's already ordered new business cards of heroes in a larger, bolder typeface and nominated his team for multiple galactic commendations. He's even considering changing his hairstyle. Star-Lord also asked Rocket to leave the whole Cammy tune in his room's wall. Some nights he still fights for his covers with a slobbering, snoring Galaxius Omnipacus. Star-Lord also received the key to nowhere from Cosmo for having helped him reject the promise. It's currently propped up against the fridge to keep the door shut. Didn't even pick up on that. No, exactly. It's yeah, they've added so much in. With the team finally getting along, Gamora invited everyone to rigorous combat training so they could learn to fight as one. Star-Lord claims after only 6 sessions that they now fight like ninjas. Gamora has no idea what that means. Rocket surprised the Guardians by installing a gamma-heated Mercurian hot tub in the Milano's cargo bay. He has since declared it is his office and hosts daily team meetings in it. He provides drinks but not towels. Rocket has also renegotiated his employment contract. He is never to be thrown without his explicit consent. To forever capture their story of unity and honour, Drax offered to inscribe how do I say the word? Cathathian tattoos on the entire team. Groot's immediately healed, but he says he still feels it on the inside. The rest of the team had sore butt cheeks for several rotations. Drax and Star-Lord also had a ritual where now when they visit the Rift to eat Choga dogs and swap fond memories of their families. So they had tattoos done on their butt cheeks. Inspired to better communicate with the rest of his team, Groot asked Rocket to help him reach everyone. To help him teach everyone Groot. He then abandoned the effort when they kept repeating the same 3 words over and over again. Star-Lord is now trying to teach Groot the few sign language words he learned from films. Sometimes Groot also goes silent and pretends he's still the doppelganger Groot. It freaks his team out every time. Groot also finally convinced Star-Lord to try his Groot tea. The next morning, a plant sprouted from Star-Lord's forehead. After attending Carell's Full Honor Memorial, which drew tens of thousands, Nikki proudly displayed the blazing hair to the Kree accusers and told them exactly where they could stick their hammers. She'd since found a home with the Guardians and often calls Star-Lord Dad. just to throw him off his game. Cammy began to heavily shed her wool, which has a surprising comfortable texture. The Guardians sold the material on the black market for a huge amount of units. Drax has since begun knitting Cammy wool mittens for the entire team. Fairly certain she had maybe fulfilled one of her many important feats as a Celestial Madonna, Mantis set out to tie up loose ends, but got distracted by all the knots. She was last seen giving advice to an irritated Monster Queen. Adam Warlock received most of the credit for stopping the Universal Church of Truth. Once he was done basking in the galactic praise, he once again took up the role of healer and travelled the galaxy, helping those formerly lost to the promise return to reality. Cosmo remains the best boy. And this is the story of the whole thing. We have got everything from the beginning. This is the beginning all the way through as a scrapbook that Star-Lord kept of their adventures. It's just the level of detail to have a scrapbook in the game that is filled in. Back to the main menu. Do you want to quit to the main menu? There's nothing else to do though, is there? I don't think there's anything else to do, to be fair. I think that's it. I think we're finished. Yeah, I think it changes on the choices you made. So even that end bit where it's talking about going forward with the Guardians, Rocket's little bit about he renegotiated his contract and every thrown about his consent again. We threw him. We had a little argument over it, but they changed things later on for us. So yeah, a lot of your choices would change things. The Raker fight was a little bit easier because we allowed Gamora to go on and do her thing previously. That's how we lost an arm. There was lots of times decisions went well for us. There was lots of times it didn't. So the game does have New Game Plus. New Game Plus for me has always been one of those things I've never been interested in. Mainly because, let's have a look at chapters. The problem with this, as I say, we're missing trophies, but some of them I don't know how we're going to do because the collectibles, I don't know where I missed them. And I don't follow guides, so trying to get the plan I think is going to be difficult. New Game Plus for me, the only reason I don't touch it normally is because a game for me is all about story. And once we've done the story, I'm not going to be surprised anymore. So I don't normally do New Game Plus. It doesn't interest me in that respect. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to have a look into how we can see if the bug for the chapters and collectibles is fixed. If it is off stream, I may try and get the platinum but record it maybe and do it that way. As the best way I think of doing it. But that seems to be it for Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, it's just New Game Plus, I'm assuming, is like you say, just hard mode. The exact same story though. But yeah, just harder. And to be fair, the fights as we went on got harder anyway. You could play back through it and change your choices, to be honest, and see what difference is. But I like going into these things blind. I like them being surprised by different outcomes, and I don't think it'd have the same effect. So that's why I don't generally do New Game Plus. I don't normally do multiple playthroughs. For all these games that have trophies where you need multiple playthroughs to get every trophy, that's something I don't generally do. Because again, it's the story seen once is the story done. And that's the big part of it for me. So yeah. That is Guardians of the Galaxy. I might do a review video. I say might. I will do a review video. I do enjoy making the review videos. I like to just talk about what I've achieved and everything else. So I will look into doing a review video. And obviously the scheduled video I did yesterday, we had Guardians of the Galaxy for one evening this week, but it was dependent on how much we had left to do, if we'd finished it or not, and obviously we finished it, so we'll do Genshin Impact. But yeah, an incredible game. I'm happy. We bought it on release. We paid full price on release. Is it as long as other games? Do you get your money's worth as much as other games? Probably not. Would I pay full price again? Probably I would, to be honest. I think the game itself, it had a massive amount of humour. It had some real sorrow in it as well. The music, when it allowed us to have it on, was incredible. So yeah, I probably would be happy to pay full price. I know someone asked me the other day, you know, see what you think of the end. Do you regret paying full price? And I can't say I do. Yes, it hasn't got the 250 odd hours we've put into Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but and still going, admittedly. But at the same time, I think the humour alone is worth it. You're not a fan of trophies? Yeah, no, I completely agree. The trophy hunting side of things for the channel came about because some of the subscribers pushed us to platinum games. And I said from the start, I don't mind doing collectibles, I don't mind doing the trophies, I just don't like replaying things. So, I mean, if we have to play on the hardest difficulty to achieve the trophies in one playthrough, I'll do that, i.e. like Mass Effect that we're doing episodically. But generally, we'll try and do a trophy and all the trophies in one playthrough. I'm not a fan of multiple playthroughs just to achieve the trophies. If that means we can't platinum a game, we don't platinum it. To be fair, because there's many games out there, to get all the trophies, you need to complete New Game Plus, and I just don't do it. Yeah, absolutely, it is nice to have a shorter game. I think that's what made this so good. Is it was shorter, it was enjoyable as a shorter game, and yeah, they could still release DLC. This game's been out, I want to say a month, maybe a little bit more. It's not been out that long. And it's like the game, Miles Morales game. I want to play it, but I refuse to pay full price for an 8-hour story, which is what Miles Morales is, roughly. So yeah, that, because this is longer, it still works. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. See, I like the content in Valhalla, but then I don't know, I didn't find any of it a chore. I enjoyed going off and finding the Easter eggs and finding things no one else has seen and that kind of stuff. I don't know. See, I disagree with that. I found a lot of it was memorable. Finding Santa's sleigh was brilliant. Seeing the Marvel Infinity Stones in the game was brilliant. All the little world events that had little mysteries involved, I've really enjoyed them. Is it as good as other Assassin's Creed games? Some parts no, some part yes. Some of it is repetitive. Story is okay. DLCs have been good so far, with more to come. I don't know. You found it repetitive? Yeah, see, some of the story was a little bit repetitive. I wasn't a massive fan of the raiding the monasteries because they're all the same, and that's why when we did the river raids when they first introduced it, and we got the armor that came with it, and after that I said we won't do river raids anymore, whether they add more or not, because that's river raids are just repetitive. The new tombs they added the other day, they were good, but obviously it's not all been added in. We've got a few of them now, and there's more to come. Oh yeah, every game has flaws, doesn't it? There's always things that can be improved on. We've definitely got our money's worth out of Valhalla. You got to think we paid £60 on release, and we've got 255 hours with more to come. There's another festival started. I think we're doing that Thursday evening. We're looking at the new festival. I just wish when they release new content for it, it wasn't so buggy. That's why I've held off doing the festival. We normally do these things on release for Valhalla, but I've held off because the festival is bugged massively, and I don't want to lose my 250 odd hour save. I've known people with 100 hours in Valhalla, and the save corrupts because of a bug in the game, and I'd be distraught if I lost my 250 odd hours. I really would. But yeah, the tombs so far they were good fun, mainly because you have to think and it's challenging in that respect. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact they were challenging, Same as the mastery challenges, people weren't happy they were so difficult. But I enjoy that side of it. I like things to be a challenge and have to think and, you know, work stuff out. I enjoy that side of it. You know, fully finished it. Yeah, a lot of people said they got bored around the mid of the game. See, the story for me was fun. I think the ending is fantastic. Well, without spoiling it, the ending's worth seeing. And yeah, some of it does get repetitive, but we cleared each area as we went, so I never kind of found it repetitive because we had lots to do between missions and between places. So that's maybe why I kept myself entertained for so long. Because we kept changing up what we were doing. It wasn't all just story. World events and artifacts and things like that came into it. So we did it in a very mixed way and cleared as we went. And I think that's probably why I enjoyed it so much. It wasn't just story, and that was it. Yeah, other games come into play as well, don't they? That's the thing. But it's like with, you know, the subscribers wanted us to plan them every Assassin's Creed game in the franchise, which we're working our way through. This come out and I said, look, should we do this as well as? And we did. I'm not a massive fan of having so many different games on the go, but this was worth it, I feel. And yeah, we've got to make that decision again now. Do we have a third game on the go, or do we just stick to Assassin's Creed and Genshin? I kind of feel we need to break it up. Genshin's really good for what it is. It's free to play gacha game, and it's good fun. We're doing okay in it. And obviously Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed. I kind of feel we do need a third game to break that up a little bit, rather than do the same thing over and over again. The first few Assassin's Creed games had my full attention the whole way. And the last two I played, the mid games, seemed too long. Yeah, see, I've played them all previously. I've not streamed them all. We are working our way through them. We've already got the platinum for Odyssey, Origins, Valhalla, Assassin's Creed 3, and we've done the DLC. We've done Assassin's Creed 2. We're doing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood now with Revelations next. So we're working our way through them. The story in them all has been really good. Some of the objectives and trophies have been a bit tedious. The commitment of streaming a full franchise is commendable. It's what people wanted to see. They kept saying do it, so that's what we've done. But this is why we've broken up a little bit. I enjoy playing Assassin's Creed massively, but I think you guys would get fed up with seeing the same thing day in, day out, and that's why I wanted to break it up. That's the reason we wanted to do Genshin Impact as well. I know some of the subscribers pushed us to give it a go, and I'm enjoying it. But I think that's the reason we kind of said we'll fit it in, and as well with Guardians. So we do maybe need to look at a third game just to split things up. Yeah, it's going to take a long time. Assassin's Creed 2 was a pain and got tedious because you've got 100 feathers to find with no in-game maps. That was tedious. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood currently isn't tedious, but I think it will be because some of the 100% synchronizations needed for the platinum aren't easy, and you can't. When you're in a mission, there was one with a tank. You've got to complete a mission in this prototype tank, and you can't take a shot. If you get hit once, you've lost the full sync, and you need full sync on every mission for the platinum. But there's no start from last checkpoint. You have to start the whole mission from the beginning. That is going to wear thin very quickly, because you could be right at the end, take one shot, and you do the whole half an hour worth of mission that you've just done all over again to get to the same point. That's when things get tedious, and that's when things can get a bit tricky. Yeah. They changed it as the franchise went on. They came a lot less stringent later on, and you could then start from checkpoints within a mission. But yeah, on Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations, you don't have that ability. And they will become very tedious very quickly if we can't do it. You know, one small error of judgment is all it takes, and you've got to replay the last half an hour. The fun kind of goes away very quickly. So it's something I'm going to be careful of. I don't want to not enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point? If I'm not enjoying something, I don't want to do it, or I don't want to play it. So I'm going to try and balance that. But this is why I'm saying we should have maybe a third game on the go. Be it Spider-Man or be it one of the PlayStation Plus games. Obviously, story-driven would be good. I know a few people are saying we should do Days Gone. And I've got it from the PlayStation Plus download. I've just never played it. But a lot of people are talking about doing that. But that might be something we do. I don't know. I'm going to have to think really and see what we do. I'll put a survey up at some point, either in chat or in Discord and probably on Twitter as well. We'll do a combination thing of maybe do we have a third game on the go. Yeah, something fun and light would be quite good fun. Like, you know, this was a nice break. You know, Assassin's Creed is one side of things, especially with all the collectibles. Genshin Impact's quite a chilled game on the other side, completely different to Assassin's Creed. We now need something in the middle, as that's what Guardians of the Galaxy was. So yeah, I definitely think we need a third. I was never planning to have more than one game on the go. But that's kind of changed very quickly. Really enjoyed the comedic side to this. Not too sure what would match. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? There aren't many games with that kind of comedic value. And I've got to be careful with money as well. So can't just go off and buy something completely new. I'm going to have to have a proper look and see. Spider-Man could be a good fit, exactly. That is one that everyone said. I've got all the DLCs for it as well. That is one that everyone said they wanted to see us do. And listen, it's a fun game. That's the thing. It's a nice playthrough. I have finished it previously before I ever started streaming, but I'm more than happy to do it again. So it could be a good fit. That could be a good choice. I don't know. Like I say, I've done it. It's a fun game. Obviously, put my teeth back in. The comedy is nowhere near on par with this at all. But it's not a heavy game either. You can just play through it quite happily. Story's pretty good. Yeah, no, it is really good. And obviously you got Miles Morales after the next game after that. That is out, but I refuse to pay full price for an 8-hour game. I might be able to pick it up cheap somewhere. And then you've got the new Spider-Man game coming out next year or the year after. So that's something we kind of want to do, the first of Miles Morales before the new one comes out. Obviously next year there's new stuff we want to do, so there is obviously new Horizon Zero Dawn next year. I've never played Borderlands, to be honest. It's something I've not touched. I don't know why either. I can't give a reason why I haven't. Same as God of War. Everyone's telling me you should do God of War, and I've never done God of War. It was always looked too linear. But everyone's telling me to give it a go. Cyberpunk's another one. Keller and Gaming are massive in the Cyberpunk, and Cass. And they're all saying do Cyberpunk. You've got to give that a go, and that's something else. Some of these games I don't want to play until we have a PS5, because I think graphically they'd be so much better. Like Cyberpunk PS5, I think the graphics will be so much better. That's probably best to hold off for. That had its quirks, but it's rather grindy. Yeah, I've always stayed away from linear kind of games. It's never been my thing, but everyone is pushing me to do God of War at some point. Yeah, I don't want to do Cyberpunk until I've got a PS5, because I just don't think it will do it justice. You want the visual side of it, and obviously that's not a platinum game because you need multiple playthroughs for all the trophies. So I think that's everything we've got to do on the channel as well, moving forward. Is not every game has to be a platinum playthrough. Assassin's Creed, obviously we're going to platinum the franchise, that's fine. But there are games that I feel that sometimes grinding for platinum is pointless. You just want to enjoy the game, the story for what it is. So in that respect, I think we're probably better not platinum in everything. So like this, you know, if I have some spare time, maybe I go back and replay the chapters, try and find the collectibles we missed, but it would become tedious, so I probably won't. But yeah, I don't feel we have to platinum everything. You played 98% of the story and never did the last 2 missions because you wanted a reason you're backed. Oh, nice. Well, I know Cass has just started it, and Keller has just started it, and I think Gaming has just started it, 3 of the subscribers to the channel, and they're raving about it. They're loving it. They're all on PS4s, and they can't say enough about it. They reckon it's fantastic. Best thing since sliced bread kind of thing. And I've seen Cass stream some of it, and visually it looks good, but I can imagine how much better it would be on a PS5. But they reckon they haven't had many glitches either. That's a good thing in some respects. It does have a good story, it's only about 50% of where it should be. Well, yeah, well, the other 3 have said that they reckon it's better than release, but they're not that far into it. So whether they'll encounter more problems as time goes on, I don't know. That's the problem. Currently they're happy and they've not really had any issues, but doesn't mean they won't be down the line. The other one that everyone said about doing, and I haven't got it, so I'd have to look and try and find a decent price for it, would be Death Stranding. A lot of people said give that a go. I can see that would be a bit tedious on the stream, although it would be a good chance just to chat whilst playing, because it's quite a slow-paced game. You felt a bit ripped off by the end of the game. I can completely get it. Even though you enjoyed it, it's one of those things. It was originally meant to be released only for PS5. Because of the massive issue of getting a PS5, they released for both generations, and you can always see that was going to be an issue because it was a late decision, and obviously it's optimized for the PS5, and they've downgraded it for the PS4, and it just doesn't work in that respect. But I kind of see marketing-wise and the selling point, they can't say, right, there's a limited amount of PS5s out in the world, we're only going to do those, because they're limiting their market. And the game just wouldn't financially be worthwhile if they did that. This is why a lot of the games coming out in the new year, so like Horizon, the new Horizon Zero Dawn, Gran Turismo, the new God of War, in fact, they're all meant to be PS5 exclusives, but they're not going to be. They're going to do PS4 versions as well, because they just can't get a PS5 in the wild. And I get it, financially, if they just stuck to PS5 only, they wouldn't make money. There's not enough of them out there. So I get them doing it, but we all know the limitations of a PS4 now. That's the problem. And the hype through was massive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that went against them. I understand hyping a game because obviously you want it to sell well, but you've got to have a finished article. No bugs and all this kind of glitches and all that. You have to squash the majority if you're going to hype a game up so much. For me, Cyberpunk was never a must-play, mainly because the Cyberpunk era has never been my thing. So it's never really interested me. It's never pulled me in. The hype didn't really do anything for me. But seeing the visual side of it now looks incredible, and it's something I do want to do in the future. But obviously, I want to make sure the visuals are the best. And I've always said, when people complain about bugs and glitches, it's impossible for a developer to find every bug and every glitch, because they have to replicate what the player's going to do to encounter that bug or glitch. But when a game is so filled with so many issues, there's a bigger issue at play. That's not down to them not testing it enough. That's down to something completely different, isn't it? They promised the world in customization and variability, and it was actually very limited. Oh, I didn't realise that. So the customization they promised isn't as variable as they originally said then. I never realised that. I just thought it was. Hard to say you've gone all out on guns and only have one authentic sniper rifle. Really? See, I didn't know any of that. As I say, it wasn't something I really read it much into, because it never was an interest. Yeah, that's never a good thing. You can't... Well, I think the closest example you've got to that is probably No Man's Sky. The hype for that was unreal. I bought it on day of release, not due to the hype, but I liked the idea behind it, the 16 quintillion planets idea, and never meet another player and all this stuff. And the game's gone from strength to strength for free. But they promised the world at the start, and a lot of people weren't happy. And I know they had some issues on release, but their budget was small. When you look at a game like Cyberpunk with a massive budget, with a massive studio behind it, you don't expect it to be as bad as it was. And from what I'm hearing, it is fixed to a degree, but there's still issues. And it's the same with Valhalla. We were very lucky when we played Valhalla. We haven't really had many glitches or bugs. We had a few crashes, and we had a few visual issues. But other than that, there's been no issue for us. But then I've known people that lose 100-hour saves because they've corrupted, or they can't complete the story because the mission is bugged out and it won't continue. We've been very lucky in that regard. And I've always defended developers for bugs and glitches. As I say, they can't predict everything a player is going to do. But in the same breath, you've got to realise that they've got to make a game playable start to finish. If it's something obvious that's stopping you completing the game, there's a bigger issue at play. It's hard for you because I set out with the idea to do a cybernetic robot sniping human. Now that sounds cool. That does sound cybernetic robot sniper human. That's a very cool design choice. But we're so limited. Oh. Yeah, that's the thing. If they've promised all this different customization, and you have this build in mind that you want to do, but yet you don't have the facility to do so, you're limited in your choices, then it doesn't work, does it? And that's always going to put it down in your estimations as well. That's the thing. It's a difficult one. Like I say, it's a game I do want to give a go. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I'm in no rush. And I think graphically and for playability, I think I've got to wait. I can't. There's no point playing it on a PS4. I just can't see the benefit currently. So I will hold off. I don't even know how much it is now, to be fair. I'm assuming the price has dropped somewhat. But yeah, so we need to have a think about what we're going to do. Obviously, the focus is still on the franchise of Assassin's Creed, but to break up the monotony of it, we've got Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact does suit evening streams. It's chilled out evening streams where we can just chat for a couple of hours. We can fiddle around. It's going to take forever to finish. There's a new update for it coming out end of the month. So the next part of it has been added for free, and we're still in the prologue. And I think they're adding the third level, world, whatever you want to call it, island. So we're a long way off ever getting to the end, but I like the fact we can just mess around for 2 hours to chat. I think there's that kind of chilled game that suits that. I don't mind doing the occasional big long stream with it. Obviously, Marvel Avengers I want to get back to, but it's very grindy. But we do want to hit it at the end of the month when Spider-Man comes out to see how they've added that in. But I think that's probably all we're going to do now with Avengers. Is when they add a new character, maybe play through their story. I'm just not a fan of grinding, to be honest. I like a good story. But yeah, as for something else to break up Assassin's Creed, I'm not sure. I don't know how we're going to do that and what with. Way too much emphasis on the life path now, more or less just prologues. All in the same way. Oh, really? Still an amazing game. At least you still think it's an amazing game. I'm really into stories that change dependent on your choices. I really enjoy that. And I think that's what they need to do more of. Yeah, absolutely. I think you should try Genshin. It's like I say, it's a very, as you've seen, it's a very chilled out game. The combat is pretty good. A little bit slower than other games, but technical in regards to the elemental reactions. But as always, it's a gacha game, so you want to roll of a dice if you're going to be able to unlock good characters quickly. But it's just a nice chilled out game to just calm down with and just have a bit of a laugh. That doesn't really take itself that seriously, to be honest. But yeah, in regards to this third game on the go, we're going to need something that we're happy to do maybe once a week for a big morning stream, maybe. So doesn't have to be too story based. I don't know. I've got to have some thinking, do some thinking, and kind of come up with a few choices, and we'll put it to you guys in Discord, and I'll put a probably tomorrow morning. In tomorrow morning stream, I'll put a poll up in the chat, and I'll do it on Discord as well, and possibly on Twitter, and we'll have a few choices of maybe a third game on the go for like a once a week morning stream. As I say, it's more to break up the monotony of just Assassin's Creed. I know that's our bread and butter, and that's what we've done from the start, but I do think we do need to change it up a bit, and just, 3 days or 4 days a week of Assassin's Creed during the day can be a bit tedious for people, and I think to grow and to keep our mind fresh with it, and obviously it will take longer to complete them all, but if we when we hit Black Flag, if it's really into it early days, we can hit it hard and then slow down as we get towards the end. Maybe I don't know. I'm in massive two minds of what to do. The type of person 20+ hours into the game and turn around and say it's trash. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm pretty much the same. 250 hours into Valhalla, I'm never going to turn around to someone and say it's rubbish. You can't put that amount of time into something and go, hate it, but I spent 250 hours doing it. It doesn't work, does it? That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the reviews we've done of games we've played, but the only one I've not enjoyed was Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which was a PlayStation Plus game. I wasn't a fan. I didn't enjoy it, and once I got to the point of not enjoying it, I stopped. And I did explain why in the video, but it was, if I'm not enjoying it, I won't play it. And that's, I'm in a few YouTube groups on Facebook and Discord and stuff, and everyone puts in there, I don't know what game to play, and everyone's like, well, follow the trend, play the game that everyone wants to play now. So it's Call of Duty, or it's going to be Battlefield soon as well, things like that. It's always follow the trend, and every time I'm like, no, I want to play games that I want to play, that I enjoy playing. Obviously suggestions from you guys are always welcome, and I'm willing to give a game a go, but the minute I don't enjoy it, I'm more than willing to say that, sorry, but this isn't for me. Horror games like Resident Evil do not interest me in the slightest. Minecraft, not a massive fan. Fortnite, not a fan. Things like that, I'm not going to do. And I know people with YouTube and Twitch, they'll play what people want them to play and want to see, to follow a trend to get more subscribers and views. And I can't do it. If I'm not enjoying it, what's the point? Well, excited to see whatever you decide to do. You've got your hooks and car sims. I'll be around whatever the game. Good to know. Good to know. $80 is a short night at the bar, so if I get 10+ hours out of a game, it's worth the money. That's a very good point. That's a very good way of looking at it, to be fair, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't been out drinking in years, to be fair, but I can't drink now because of my injuries and tablets and stuff. But you spend $80, £80 night out. That's probably a cheap night out here, to be fair. Price of a pint here is, I think, around £4.50 or something stupid. So you could easily do £100 on a night. A game's £50-60 now. A night out is what, 3-4 hours? Maybe 5 or 6 at a push, depends if you go to an after party, but then more money's involved. And if you stick 20 hours into a game that's £60, $60, or that kind of range, it definitely makes it worthwhile in that respect. But it's like all the Assassin's Creed games, we paid full price for Valhalla. All the others, I haven't paid full price. I've got some massive deals on a lot of them. I think I paid £5 a piece for Black Flag, Unity, and Rogue because I got a really good deal on it, and I'm more than happy to look out for a deal. Definitely stick to what we enjoy. I think that's definitely the plus point. You're lucky all shooters are very oversaturated on YouTube. It's pretty hard to gain a following. Yeah, I don't get why they're oversaturated. Some of them though have massive amount of people watching them stream daily. On Facebook especially, Facebook gaming is definitely growing. But yeah, I said this before. I don't feel that first-person shooters are very conducive to streaming. I think if you did videos on it, they work perfectly. But to keep your eye on chat whilst you're trying to concentrate and not get killed is difficult, and it takes a massive amount of skill. When I jumped in your stream the other day, you were really good at talking to chat whilst you're running around shooting people. But not many people are. There's another guy, Lucky13, who I speak to really a lot from America, and he streams Call of Duty. He started off on Call of Duty Mobile and has gone forward from there, and I've helped him with his channel a bit as well. And he is very good at talking to his chat whilst concentrating. And you're the same. You're very good at it. The amount of people I've jumped in. And not to watch them play, because Call of Duty and stuff like that isn't always fun for me to watch. It's not a massive interest, but at the same time, I'm there to speak to the person streaming. I'm there to connect and, you know, get to know that person. And the amount of them that don't even say hello. And you give them a chance, especially when they're playing first-person shooters. You do, you know, you give them a bit of time because they're concentrating. You give them a bit of time just to say hello, and you get nothing. And you just think, why am I sticking around? But whereas others, like yourself and like Lucky13 and others, you know, they take their time, they make that effort to say hello. And I think that's the important part. Your friends always give you a hard time for getting a game and playing it for a week and dropping it. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone has their own thing they want to get out from a game. You know, there's some games I'm happy to not grind, but I'm happy to find everything, explore everything, and complete that way. And there's others like this. I actually enjoyed the playthrough. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the humour. And I actually don't have that want or need to go and find all the trophies. Assassin's Creed, I do. I don't know what it is about Assassin's Creed, but I want to... It's like proving a point, I suppose. I want to do it to prove I can do it. But this, I don't have that emphasis. I'm happy with the amount of hours we put in. I'm happy we've finished the story. It's one of those weird ones. Everyone has their own goal that a game gives them, their own end point. And it could be 20 hours later, you've done. And for some games, it will be hundreds of hours later. You know, but everyone's individual in that respect. It's like Genshin Impact. I haven't really thought about when that's going to end. You know, is it until there's no more new content? Or is it, you know, once we've got every character? I haven't made that decision in my head. At some point I will, but I tend to go with the flow of a lot of games. You get that feeling when you come to games, don't you? Where you either want to keep going and keep playing, and others you do the majority of it and you go, okay, I'm done. I'm happy with what I've achieved, and I think that's the big thing. But that's why I was saying earlier, I don't think we have to platinum every game. Platinum in games is something that you guys pushed us to do, and I'm definitely happy to do it. But I don't think it has to be for everything. I think, you know, there are some games that the story is more important than the trophies. And I'm not worried about people seeing the trophy list. You know, the PlayStation IDs for everyone to see in every video and on the about section of the channel. It's all there if people want to add me, which means you can see my trophy list. And I don't care if there's 0% on things or 1%. I'd rather give things a go and go, actually, not for me. Or, actually, I really enjoyed that, but I don't really want to go back for it all again. That's more important to me. Enjoying it whilst I'm playing it is the big part. And like I said, streaming for me, I said this the other day in chat, streaming for me was the social side. I got injured. I still don't leave the house. I leave the house once a week to go to physio. I'm on my own for 12 hours a day. I started streaming to socialise. It's all about chat and you guys in the chat for me. And I don't want that to change. I enjoy making other videos, like the car mechanic ones, mainly because I'm obsessed with the game and addicted to it. But I enjoy that because it's different to streaming. It's something I can put quite a lot of focus into, and that's a different side of my brain that's, you know, focused on that. and that's good to do as well. But yeah, when it comes to streaming, the game is secondary to the socialization for me. Although the game is still up there, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. If you grow tired of Genshin in the future and want another free-to-play with a lot of content, Warframe. I've heard of Warframe. I've never given it a go though, to be honest. I have heard about it. It's not one I don't think I've even looked at it, to be honest. As long as it's not a battle royale, I don't mind so much. Although saying that, there's a battle royale that was free on PlayStation Plus the other month that did look interesting just because of the range of characters you could use, and it was a fighting one. I can't remember what it's called, but that was interesting. But I never really got around to having a look properly. But yeah, I've heard of Warframe. I don't know why I've heard of it, but I have. I used to play World of Tanks many moons ago on PC, well, on the laptop. Before it got so big the laptop can't support it now. And I know you can play on PS4. Whether it's any good or not, I don't really know now. But yeah, I don't mind playing free-to-play games because they're just chilled out games. But Warframe, yeah, I might have to have a look at Warframe. You check in on streams to chat with the streamers, not for the gameplay. Exactly. That's the thing, isn't it? When I have the time and I want to just jump in on people, you know, I don't search for a specific game that's live. I search for a console, so I'll put in YouTube search PS4 and then go and change it to live and jump in a few streams, even if it's games that are not my thing. If it's games I plan to play pretty soon, I stay away from them, mainly because I don't want spoilers on the story. But you know, it's not the game that draws me in; it's the person and how they are. And you know, and even the chat itself. If you jump into a chat and the chat's really friendly and wants to talk to you as well, I think that really helps. But yeah, it's a different for everyone, isn't it? That's the thing. But then it's like I said from the very start, numbers for the channel have never been a big deal. I keep getting moaned at by different people for not promoting the channel, not pushing to get a bigger community, not pushing for more subscribers and stuff. I don't really do SEO on thumbnails and on the titles to make it searchable, because numbers have never been the thing. Like I said, this for me was a social thing. It was something to keep me sane, and I've said it in thank you videos and channel reviews and stuff. Because, you know, it's you guys that have kept me sane for the last 11 months, and in no, you know, not sounding, I can't remember what the word is, but I don't want to come across as very lapsadaisical. That's probably the wrong word, but you know, in essence, streaming has saved my life in the respect that I've not, you know, learning that I may not fully recover use of my foot again was a downward spiral. And when you're on your own for day in, day out, you can withdraw and you can go in your head. And, you know, I suffer from PTSD anyway from my army days. So for me, you know, combined with dealing with injuries and things like that, it's been hard. So yeah, when I say that, you know, you guys have supported me, have saved me in some respects, it has, because it stopped me withdrawing into myself. It stopped me giving up. That's what I was after. And that's the important part, is always just keep going. And even when times are hard and things are bad, you know, the one thing I look forward to, one of the big things I look forward to on a Sunday evening is I know Monday morning I'm streaming, and it gives you that get up and go, especially when you haven't got a focus. You know, I can't go to work. If I wasn't streaming, I would just be sat on my own all day, watching rubbish on TV for hours on end. And it gives you that focus, and it gives you that mindset, and I think, I don't know, there's something about it that just keeps me going, and it is all thanks to you guys. I'm kind of just blabbering on now, I know. Right, I think we're going to call it a morning. I wasn't sure how long this stream would be, because I didn't know how much more we had of Guardians of the Galaxy to do, but obviously we have finished it. Normally we'd be going for another 2 hours, but we have finished Guardians of the Galaxy, so we will end the stream a lot earlier than we planned to today. You had a similar situation last year. You know exactly what I mean. Yeah, I think everyone goes through these things at one point. There's something in life that happens, and it's there to test you, and it does test your will and your confidence in yourself at times, and it does, it makes you think. And it's like my other half says, whenever I'm having bad moments, you will say, look, you should think you're happy to be alive. It's like, yeah, no, I get, I'm lucky. I've had friends who have, died on motorcycles and stuff, and been seriously hurt. And I work in a hospital, so I see it all the time. But at the same side of it, it's all well and good saying, you should be happy, you survived. But it's what you lost in that process. And it's difficult for people that haven't had that kind of thing happen to them at some point to kind of comprehend sometimes. But yeah, you've had a similar situation. It's difficult, There's still a side of me that knows that I may still possibly lose my leg. I might have to make that choice later down the line if they can't control the CRPS. So, it's all these different things run through my head daily. But when people complain that, you're not pushing the channel enough, you're not making your titles or your thumbnails searchable. And it's not about that for me. That's the thing. And I'm hoping that comes across. I'm hoping people realise that, for me, this is never about the numbers. It's never about getting to a stupid amount of subscribers. It's more about the social aspect and staying sane. Hello again, Irene. How are you? You're mad. Why are you mad? We have actually finished the Guardians of the Galaxy game as well, Irene. It is done. No, exactly. They don't matter. If we got to, to be fair, I'd like to get to 500, only because then you get a community post and you can actually put a post up on YouTube on your page rather than just videos. I'd like that because that would help. But other than that, it's not. It's about having fun and connecting with people. And I think connecting with people all over the world is more important than the numbers. If we one day get to 1,000, we one day get there. I'm not pushing it. I've got no interest in pushing it. If I find that I'm never going to be able to go back to do my job, then maybe I might have to rethink it. But I think on the other side of my head thinks I don't want to push it. I don't want to try and get bigger. I don't want to do too much because at the minute the channel isn't as good as what I want it to be. I want a capture card. So if the game crashes, we carry on. We don't have to restart the stream. I want to be able to use a face cam, but physically I can't. There's all these little things that I want in place. I want a PS5 for a start. I want all those little things in place before I push anything, because if I'm going to push the channel, I want it to be the best it can be. Does that make sense? Oh, you've been doing Pokemon, have you? Your teammates just keep going AFK. Yeah, that's never fun. That's frustrating when that happens. I think your goal is to try to get to 100 subs in a year. That's the thing. That's what we did. I think before I started streaming, I had 5, maybe even less. I still made GT Sport content before I started streaming, but it wasn't regular because I worked and never had time. But then, we had the accident last December, so in December, I don't know when the first live stream was. I might have to check. But some point in December was our first live stream. So I managed to get over 100 subs within a year. Nearly. We're nearly 200 to be fair. But you've got to have goals, don't you, as well? And focus on them more than the numbers. But 100 subs in a year, I think that'd be cool. But like I've said it before, You've got to not put too much pressure on it and leave yourself open for disappointment. Yeah, absolutely. You know, if the more you pressure it, the more you're gonna get disappointed if it doesn't happen as well. You only really start making videos in September, exactly. So it's not been long. I see this all the time. You see it on Facebook and other social media outlets, and you get people in them, and they're like, I've just started streaming. I've been streaming a week, and I've only got 1 subscriber. What am I doing wrong? Well, you're not. You've just started. You know, these big channels that have got millions of subscribers, or hundreds of thousands, have been going for years. You know, I love Football Manager. Football Manager is a game that I play on the laptop. Really chills me out. I love my numbers. But the Football Manager streamers and content creators, some of them have got 100,000 subscribers. It's taken them 7 or 8 years to do that. And the more subscribers you have, the quicker it is to get more. So you've got to think their early days were very slow going. It's the same as our live streams. So when I started, we would have, so I can see how many people have dropped by. They may not stay for long. They may stay for a minute. They may have a quick look. They may not even talk in chat. But I can see in the screen that I look at with the chat how many people have dropped by. And obviously you'll see it after the stream where it says how many times that stream's been viewed. And our streams were very small back when I started. It was, I think, 5 or 6. As our subscribers have gone up, our average per live stream is going up. Videos are a little bit harder because you kind of do need to promote videos a lot more. But our live streams now, we average 30 to 40 people. Which in a year, I personally think is good growth for something that I was never focusing on. Yeah, it's all about keeping it fun, but it is slow build. You've just got to keep putting out content, like you say, and you've got to make sure the content is the best you can make it. You know, there are channels that you see do really well really quickly with very little effort, and you think, really? And people see that and then think they're doing badly. It's just one of those things. If you follow trends, you're going to do well. But it also means you're not playing stuff you enjoy. And I'd rather be having fun than doing something I don't enjoy. That's the other side of it. You know, and you see these people that follow the trends, and you can tell by their voice, you can tell by how they're playing it and what they're doing. They're not enjoying it, but they're doing it because they feel they have to, because that's the only way they're going to grow. And yeah, I just can't do that. You like the challenge of just trying to make things a little bit better. Yeah, that's the thing. You want to, every video you produce, you want to look at it and go, actually, that's better than the last one. And there's always something that can be improved upon. You know, my voiceover for Car Mechanic, it annoys me the way I have to do it because I don't have a separate microphone. I have to. This is my literal thing. I have to do is take my headphones off while they're switched on, turn the volume on the headphones down to 0 for the mic, put them on a chair a little way in front of me, and talk into my headphones whilst they're on my head, and then reduce the volume in the PlayStation Share Factory. Reduce that volume from the mic down to about 45-50% because I don't have an external mic. But that's something that I know I need. That's something I want. Obviously, once the insurance sorts itself out and I have this money coming in, I will sort it out and I will get it. So when I say I don't want to push the channel, I don't, because I know I'm not being the best it can be currently, but at some point in the future, hopefully it will be. And then that's when I can maybe push it a little bit more. You can't see, no, that's the problem, Irene, because I don't have a capture card. The minute I come out of the game, the stream stops. If I press the PlayStation button now, you'll just get a blue screen. Yeah, I can't actually show anyone. This is what I mean. This is something that I'm working on. This is something that I do want a capture card to make life better for you guys and me, because it'd be easy to show the games, it'd be easier to do these things. But when you stream directly from a PlayStation, you can't do that. You try doing background music. I haven't, no. Is it something you recommend? Because it's not something I ever thought I'd do. To be fair, music's one of those things that gets copyrighted, doesn't it? That's the problem. You did that once, and it felt ridiculous. I did like 10 takes. But yeah, I can't even imagine doing that. I like the idea behind it though, because that was the thing. Producing that video yesterday for our the weekly schedule. That was something I was just messing around with and thought, oh, this might work. And I've watched it back and I kept thinking it needs sound, but what can I add that's not going to give me a copyright? So it's a difficult one. You kept having the door closed, but I've done that no end of times. I've been voicing over a video and the postman knocks on the door, or a really loud car comes down and starts beeping its horn at one of the other houses down the road, and you think, oh really? I'm going to redo the whole thing. I've just been doing it for 25 minutes. Yeah, I know that feeling. I tell you, it's all part of content creation, isn't it? I suppose. But yeah, it's the other thing we don't do on the channel. I enjoy sports. I used to enjoy playing, but obviously can't. I do enjoy sports games. I enjoyed Gran Turismo, but it's time. I don't enjoy streaming it because it's difficult to really deal with chat. But I enjoy playing it and recording and editing it. But it's time. It was non-copyright music, but I had the kids' television in the background. I was going to cover it because it was through my entire fridge, quietly in the back. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's. I have considered it. It's just the problem with Share Factory, and not just Share Factory, but also streaming directly. You're very limited. That's the big thing. You're very limited on what you can and can't do. So, yeah, like Irene was saying about seeing what games we have, we can't because we don't have a capture card. So, yeah, you are more limited by doing it directly. Obviously, that will change hopefully in the future, but we can't physically change it just yet. You didn't want Paw Patrol playing your Battlefield clip. That would be a bit different, wouldn't it? It may make for a really funny video, to be fair. Paw Patrol playing in the background whilst you're running around shooting people at Battlefield. That would be very different than normal. But yeah, it's so easy to have background noise come in and ruin it. So it definitely happened to me a few times. Admittedly. Right, it's been good talking to you all. I am going to stop. I'm going to. I've got an extra an hour and a half that I wasn't expecting this morning because we finished Guardians of the Galaxy. We actually finished about 40 minutes ago. It's always good just to chat though. That's the thing. I do end up rambling. I've noticed that. But yeah, I've got lots of car mechanic videos to get edited and done. So I'll crack on with those, I think, this morning. We are live again this evening for Genshin Impact for 2 hours. And we have got a car mechanic video going live at 5 PM UK time, GMT. Thank you, the whole man. Thank you for joining us. Always good to chat. And yeah, what have we got? I'm trying to think what my schedule said yesterday. So Genshin Impact this evening. Car mechanic this afternoon, and tomorrow morning we're back on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood as we continue that. I think we've got a big stream of Genshin on Wednesday, and then Brotherhood again on Thursday morning. I think Wednesday is Genshin Impact in the evening. I think Thursday's Genshin in the evening as well, which one we're hitting Genshin pretty hard for a little while. But I'll start adding polls into the chat, and I'll start adding polls in Discord as well, and see what you think about a third game and what that game should be. As I say, money has got to be. We've got to be careful with money because until the insurance actually pays my wages, I've got to be a bit careful. Being very. But we have a few games we've got PlayStation Plus games we haven't touched, and I've got a few. So it's something we'll look at. Thanks for the like, guys. Much appreciated. But that's it for this morning. I know shorter stream than normal, but we have finished Guardians of the Galaxy, and very enjoyable. I will look to do a review as well very soon for it, I think. I think it deserves one. I think, to give a full opinion, I think it'll be quite good. So thank you all. I hope you all have a brilliant day, morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you as always for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. You guys have been incredible. And we'll see, hopefully, some of you this evening for Genshin Impact. If we don't, have a good day, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.